Court order to protect tenants during the pandemic is having unintended consequences on some landlords. With evictions on hold, one property owner became desperate for help. Investigative reporter Chris Nagus explains why the eviction moratorium is putting financial pressure on some homeowners.
Take your down somewhere.
The woman screaming on the front porch of this Jennings home claims she doesn't live there. Moments before her profanity-laced tirade, she was calmer, at least when I first knocked on the door.
Hi, is Betty home?
Just a second. And who are you looking for?
I was looking for the woman that leased the property, a woman named Betty Phillips.
I'm not Betty, but her and her 2 kids stay here.
Are you living here as well?
No, I'm her sister. I only house sit when she's gone.
Okay, is Betty here right now?
No.
But the owner of the property, Shantae Clay, believes otherwise. Clay claims several adults and children who aren't on the lease have been living in her home for months.
I have a situation now where a young lady rented our home, and it's her and 2 children. And what we've discovered is that there are 3 additional adults living in the home, along with 6 or maybe even 7 additional kids. So our property has been destroyed.
Clay told me she's sympathetic to the economic blow many are facing, but she says this situation is different.
We have tenants that are also fully aware that our hands are tied.
After a repairman told Clay the inside of her property was trashed, Clay showed up to inspect. The woman on the lease wasn't home, but others let her inside. She took this video showing piles of garbage, doors taken off the hinges, writing all over the walls, a destroyed bathroom, light fixtures knocked off the ceilings, and more.
And so there was black mold growing up the wall along with trash. It almost looked as if our place was abandoned. So not only are they behind in rent, they've completely destroyed our property.
Clay says she saw multiple mattresses on the floor where others could sleep. But in St. Louis County, this administrative order, because of COVID, prevents landlords like Clay from evicting tenants. Clay says she and her husband upgraded the home and provided pictures to prove it before her tenant, Betty Phillips, moved in. So Clay called the city of Jennings. The city deemed the structure unfit for human occupancy. But Clay says her tenant was given the chance to clean up the mess. I asked the woman claiming to be Phillips' sister about it.
She says the property's been trashed. The city of Jennings deemed it uninhabitable at one point, and she provided a lot of pictures.
She said that place was trash, but when the city came out here, they said it was their fault.
It's whose fault?
The landlords.
How is it the landlord's fault?
I don't know. Look, I'm not finna do this. Y'all can take that up with Betty when she get here. I'll let her know what's going on. I'm gone.
So Clay called Betty Phillips. Phillips wasn't happy.
I'm trying to figure out why the news and all that in my house with my kids and stuff, and like that's invading my privacy.
And then this happened.
So you and your kids did the amount of damage that I've recorded and have shared with.
Yep, they did. I got a 0-year-old and 8-year-old.
So you're admitting to me.
They said it was your problem to fix. Like mold that's going, and then the ceiling fan done fell, and the mirror on the bathroom done fell. Every door on this bitch, bro. Come on now. Half this was put together.
Oh, okay.
The floor coming up. Come on now, man. Make sense.
Clay isn't the only one facing a difficult situation. According to St. Louis County courts, there is a backlog of 350 eviction judgments, and it doesn't sound like evictions will be allowed anytime soon. According to the courts, it's partly to protect sheriff's deputies from COVID. Normal court proceedings will occur in 3 phases. A spokesperson for St. Louis County says, "We won't carry out evictions until phase 2, and we are now in phase 0.
My message is to have more of a balanced approach. Consider the impact on landlords. It really feels as if that a lot of people, again, there's this misperception that we have all of these additional resources and we can go back in. This is a part of our livelihood. So someone took the blood, sweat, and tears that my husband and I put into upgrading this property for granted.
When I called Phillips, she declined to be recorded over the phone, but she told me she and her kids are the only ones that live at the property. But she added some family members stay with her from time to time. She blamed some of the damage on Clay. But in the end, a couple weeks after our phone call, she left the property on her own.
She sent me a text message saying that they're going to get out of my house. But I really do think all the attention that we brought on the place and the condition of her living and the destruction of our property, she chose to leave.
Clay considers herself lucky. She got her home back without having to wait for evictions to continue. But she also feels unlucky as well.
It looks like a bomb was thrown in here.
News 4 was with her as she stumbled through the mess she's now responsible for. Not only did the previous tenant abandon 2 cars in the driveway and leave the home looking like a dumping ground, We found garbage, televisions, food, and all kinds of costly repairs.
The doors to the cabinet are over here on the side. And who takes a bathroom door down?
Clay hopes her story will shine a light on a policy that's intended to help, but is also causing harm.
Not only have you destroyed my property, you felt protected to not even pay rent.
Chris Negus, News 4 investigates.